Hi, we're in World 111, Section 202, Group 3. Through this semester, we have researched about how different stakeholders are involved and are affected by using social media. After analyzing both advantages and disadvantages of using social networking, we think that social networking has a split set of views about how it can be beneficial and how it can be controversial. As you can see from this picture, there are a variety of social networking sites and are used by different age groups and genders. Before we deeply talk about our arguments and how people are affected by using social media, I will briefly explain about background information of social networking. Social networking is relatively new to society and has quickly developed in past few years. It is still developing, and the number of people who use social networking is still increasing. Variety of stakeholders such as teenagers, parents, families, older generations, and businesses are involved in social networking. People use social networking to communicate and share their interests. A lot of people share their pictures, videos, music, and links. Different kinds of social networking sites are developed around the world. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn are some examples of social networking around the world. Now I will mention some advantages and disadvantages of using social networking. Advantages. People can easily get contact with other people. Now that so many people are involved in social networking is one of the fastest ways to get contact with other people. It is also easy to find out how people such as your old friends and family members are doing. People can make new friends through social networking. Using social networking is an easy way to find people who have same hobbies and interests. People can be updated about recent news by using social networks. Because people always share links and news through social networking, and a lot of people are involved in using social networking. Now I will mention some disadvantages of using social networking. Online bullying is one of the biggest problems by using social networking. It is easy for people to bully through online because they do not actually see the real people who are bullied. Another disadvantage of using social networking is time wasting. So many people spend a lot of time using social networking rather than doing what they actually need to do.
Here's just a little bit of background information on social networking. Social networking has become a large part of today's society. It can be seen as beneficial to some and also controversial. Social networking has many advantages and disadvantages. These advantages and disadvantages affect people that use social media and those around them. The effects can also be positive or negative. Effects on users. The users usually experience the effects firsthand, and some of the effects are cyberbullying, which cyberbullying is probably the one that most people know about. Also predators and hackers. There are a lot of hackers and predators online. When you put your personal information out there, you put yourself at risk to those. Also, users experience a loss of privacy. Nowadays, addiction to social networking has become an effect on people that use it. It can also affect feelings such as loneliness and depression, and it can also have a negative effect on how you do in school and also how you are at work. Effects on non-users. Most people usually don't realize that when they use social media that it also affects the people around them. Social networking definitely has an impact on people that use it, but it also has an impact on your family and your friends and other people around you. Some of the effects are that it affects your family and friends that you care about. and you have to witness that. Another effect is that you lose communication with those friends or families that use social networking because they're so tied up with it that you often lose communication with them. You also may be at risk for a loss of privacy because your friends or family may post pictures of you on the internet without your consent, or they may also post your location, which puts you at risk. Non-users experience many of the same negative effects social networking as users do, but they typically experience them secondhand. Here's just a summary over how social networking affects users and also non-users. Users of social media experience the negative effects firsthand. Non-users are also affected by social networking disadvantages because they care about the people that are using social networking and they want to protect them. Social networking has a negative impact on the real-world social interactions among people, and it affects both people that use it and both people that don't use it. The biggest negative impact that both users and non-users share alike is the loss of communication with each other.
A little bit about social networks. Social networks have many advantages, but they can also cause problems. Social networking sites can be very beneficial for old friends who want to reconnect, businesses who want to gain publicity, and people who just want to stay in the loop. There are also downfalls to social media. Some individuals and groups use social media to harm people. They have also been used by hackers and predators to find out more personal information about their victims, and they have also been used as a tool for bullying. Benefits of social networks. A study performed over the online habits of 800 teenagers at the University of Southern California found that the constant communication that social networking provides is encouraging useful skills. This study shows that social networks have provided teenagers with chances to develop their technological skills, work on new ways to express themselves, and to understand social norms. Social networks allow teens to extend friendships and find others with common interests. Social networks have even been used for justice. In 2011, the New York Police Department added a Twitter tracking unit, and many other law enforcement officials around the country use social networks to catch criminals as well. Some more benefits of social networks. Social networks spread information around faster than any other media outlet. For example, the 2012 theater shooting was reported on Twitter before news crews even arrived, and the Red Cross told witnesses of the shooting to inform their families that they were safe through social media, social networking sites. Social networks are frequently used by businesses to promote their product or service. Many businesses have increased revenue through the use of social networking sites such as Facebook and Twitter, which benefit the business and the consumer. A little bit of discussion. Social networks have a large number of benefits, ranging from individuals being able to reconnect with old friends to law enforcement using them to catch and prosecute criminals. Social networks also have disadvantages but seem to have more benefits. Though there may be more benefits, the disadvantages seem to carry more weight. For example, cyberbullying does more harm and hurts somebody more than one of the benefits does good.
As you can see, social networking has hit an all-time high in users and uses for many different people around the world. In today's age, social media does not seem to be going away anytime soon, but it continues to be a large societal controversy. The debate around social media is continuing to grow, and as always, there are two sides to every story. Advantages include the elderly are happier and more informed, teenagers are utilizing online communities to increase their knowledge, families have more effective ways of communication, and businesses are using social networking to increase their profits. However, disadvantages do exist. Cyberbullying is skyrocketing. Elderly are becoming targets for hackers. Depression and loneliness is increasing, and addiction is becoming a big problem. Despite the debate, stakeholders of social media are numerous and continuing to grow. Social media affects everyone, users, non-users, you and me. But society today is split. Is social media harmful or beneficial? You've seen the facts, so what now? Your task. Take a moment to think about how social media affects you and how much you use it in your everyday routine. Once you think about it, I'm sure you use it more than you would like to admit. I know I do. Now, do you find it more helpful or harmful for you? Social media has quickly interwoven itself into our everyday lives. Can we part with it now? Well, I'm sure we all could, but do we really want to? With that, I leave you with one final piece of advice. Update your status, everyone. Or don't.